Hey crew, Trinerson here, DVRT Master Instructor. Down in the root cellar, as you can see, we're starting to accumulate a few more pieces down here due to the weather. But wanted to share a really cool one that kind of came to mind and is really unique to the sandbag itself, the ultimate sandbag that is, and that's the get up. Josh has put out some really great videos on that. There seems to be a lot of people out there outside the DVRT community that are using the sandbags, maybe even if they're not ultimate sandbags, for get-ups. And probably the reason for that is it takes the weak link out of the model for get-ups, and you can use it for more of a full body strength slash a little bit of metabolic drill. I'm going to show you in a way today that's using the get-up as kind of the strength component, and then layer on top of that a body weight drill that doesn't get used a lot either. It's a really great drill. I have some theories I'll share when we get to it. But we're going to layer low repetition get-ups, although with the sandbag, and I'll explain why, and the ultimate sandbag, we can go ahead and go for a little bit more higher volume with this. I know people are really adamant about not doing high volume get-ups with the kettlebell, but there's some things with the sandbag that maybe lend itself to that, and then we'll get into the body weight thing. And so it's a really simple little WOD that we have for you. It's a 20-minute piece. It was really great when I did it the other day, and definitely could be extended to a further piece, or the little mini blocks could be extended a little bit longer to allow you to add some more get-up density to the program. So real simply put, I'm going to demo with a lighter bag, and then this is the bag. I use like a 75 pound strength for my piece the other day, and it was a really nice piece. You could go heavier. There's always a load component you can always go up to. You could use a burley if you wanted to. But get the bag on the shoulder. Everything's very similar to the kettlebell get up, except there's no load overhead, so the shoulder's not the limiting factor. The thing that Josh has really got uniquely, and they've looked at all the research for this, is to turn the head prior to the get up with the bag here. If you have the kettlebell overhead, you can't really do that for sake of losing control, if you will. With the bag, you can actually go into the normal pattern. It feels very natural to do it this way. So let's take a look at it. So here, you're just going to turn the head away from the bag. It's almost natural because the bag's on your shoulder. So you're just going to turn that bag as such. Everything from here is pretty much the same as a kettlebell get up. You know, hinge, post, corkscrew, back through, back down. So that's a little bit lighter bag. Let's see if I can show you with a heavier bag. Here, this is the bag I used. All I did was 1 and 1, so real simple. I did one get up with this. So this bag's a little bit bigger. It even wants me to roll that head away, that rolling pattern stuff, right? Roll that head. My head's already situated in that pre-rolled position, keeping this leg out, keeping this leg straight and tight into the ground, right? Hopefully it didn't cave too much there. I couldn't see. I didn't feel like it did. Nice and tall, upright, boom, boom, and then up. So that's the sandbag piece. Got to reconfigure just a little bit so you can get a good view of the next. But the next piece is deck squats. Deck squats are hardly ever used, mostly probably because you need a thicker mat. Luckily I have a gymnastics mat for my daughter, and now I have a co-host to roll into. But honestly, this like backwards rolling position, very challenging. We do it some of our in our mobility and mobility plus class, and people have a really hard time with it. The other reason I think people don't do it so much is afraid their butt's going to show. They're going to have a little plumber's crack, if you will. So just a tuck and a deep squat and a roll, really. You never see deck squats anymore, though. You can do it with a small load with a kettlebell and reach over. I just did on body weight. It's real simple. So the way it's going to break down, and maybe we'll call this the butt cracker since it's the holiday season instead of the nutcracker, is you got 2 minute, so you're doing EMO2. So every 2 minutes you're doing one sandbag get up and 6, maybe even up to 8 deck squats, and then the rest of your time is there. So take your time on your get-ups. That's why we put it in at 2 minutes. We didn't put it in a minute because we didn't want people just slopping through it and doing that. So you can obviously adjust your program with your sandbag. You could probably get to a point where you could get 2 reps of ultimate sandbag get-ups each side in that 2 minute time frame. I don't know if much more than that's going to be possible, you know. Or you could always up your deck squats to add density to that 2 minute block as well if you wanted to be a little bit more on the kind of conditioning side. But it's a really great drill. There's a lot of talk about using sandbag, ultimate sandbag, for get-ups out there, especially in a little bit more of a volume, kind of a total body strength builder, a total body conditioner, if you will. But it's a really, really nice little piece. Talk to you soon. I think we're going to call this the butt cracker. Talk to you soon.